Hey everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, ARENT. I'm sure there's a mix of people watching right now that either did or didn't grow up watching the Flintstones. It was basically a cartoon set up like a 50s style sitcom, all thrown together into a prehistoric setting. Think of laugh tracks, cheesy jokes about marriage and annoying neighbors with dinosaurs running around. Making TV back then must have been so easy. Nothing had been done. All the ideas were new. You just had to be like the Honeymooners, but dinosaurs. And people were like, here's your corner office. But like anything that has ever existed, people like to overthink what it's about and make up some weird stuff. And it's my job to find that weird stuff and put it into a list for you. That's why we have today's list of top 10 scary Flintstone theories. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also, go to Most Amazing Top 10 on Instagram and Facebook. There is so much more content over there for you guys to check out, and you can get to know myself and the other hosts just a little bit better. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. Number 10. The Flintstones are in the future. Even though they run around with dinos, maybe it's not because the show is really set all the way in the past, but the Flintstones actually live in a post-apocalyptic future. The idea is that after a major nuclear fallout, the world's resources were destroyed and everything man knew was figuratively and literally blown back to the Stone Age. This forced man to restart and create civilization anew. This would explain why they have some systems in place like a modern society, like money and bowling alleys. Imagine the world got so destroyed that bowling was actually fun again. This is an especially dark idea for a children's show. I think the last thing I would think about when I was a kid getting up early to watch my cartoons was the possibility of a nuclear strike. It makes it really hard to enjoy your Cinnamon Toast Crunch when you think you could be turned to ash at any second. Number 9. The Jetsons live at the same time as the Flintstones. Playing off the theory that the Flintstones are actually in the future and live in a wasteland, maybe they don't live in a wasteland by choice. Maybe the people who live in Bedrock are actually kicked out from the Jetson city in the sky called Orbit City. It could be that in this future world, the nukes hit and then everyone moved into the clouds so they could keep their futuristic lives going. And then when people broke laws, instead of sending them to jail, they would just exile them to the surface world. Harsh. Either that or people choose to live on Earth for a simpler life, like hippies leaving an office job to drive around in a van and eat out of dumpsters. Go get them. It would make sense some people would choose to get away from technology, knowing that it was technology that ruined everything the first time. Number 8. The dinosaurs aren't dinosaurs. We're still on the nuclear disaster kick, guys. There's so much juice in this one. I don't know who spends all their time thinking of these things, but they should really work as a detective or something. They see so much stuff and things people don't care about at all. If the Flintstones are in the future, then why would there still be dinosaurs and other ancient creatures running around and helping them with stuff like vacuuming their homes? Because they're not actually dinos, but animals that got mutated from when the nukes hit. These creatures are what happens when a big bomb goes off and shoots radiation all over the landscape. Everything gets bigger, tougher, and more colorful. By the way, that's not true. I know nothing about science or radiation, and you should never trust anything I say. This is really the only explanation of how they could be in the future and still have dinos at the same time. Either that or the radiation brings fossils back to life. This would also explain why you have dinosaurs and saber-toothed tigers living at the same time. They're from different periods and they never saw each other in reality. Number 7. The Great GAZOO is a spy. Now we're getting into the weeds, man. I mean really digging up some weird stuff about some show that was written in the 60s. You guys better love this list because it's not easy to find scary Flintstone theories on the internet. If you don't know the Great GAZOO, he's an alien who was banished to Earth from the future. Or at least that's what he says. What if he's a spy sent from another planet to try and take all of Earth's precious resources? Some people believe that the Great GAZOO is trying to infiltrate the Flintstone society so he can take over and then move in all his friends. I mean, it's possible, but if he wanted to do this, wouldn't he just kill everyone? I mean, that makes more sense. This dude is super powerful. He can teleport, do psychic stuff, freeze time. Well, he would kill everyone if he didn't need help from Fred and Barney. He would need to know if the planet is suitable for takeover, and then he might want to take all the humans in as slaves, something to make his life a lot easier. Number 6. Fred is schizophrenic. Well, we all know who the Great GAZOO is now, but what if he's not actually real? What if he's in Fred's head? So there have been moments in the Flintstones when people other than Fred see the little green alien known as the Great GAZOO, but Fred's wife Wilma never sees him, and whenever he pops up, she's always like, "Fred, who are you talking to?" This could be because Fred has lost his mind and the Great Gazoo doesn't exist at all. The Great Gazoo could be an entity that Fred has made up to deal with the fact that he's living in a nuclear wasteland, if that theory is true, or he could just be born crazy. Also, Fred could be imagining every other time another person is interacting with the Great Gazoo. Number 5. The Great Gazoo created everything. Okay, we're not talking about the Great Gazoo yet, mostly because I don't want to stop saying Gazoo. I've got at least 40 more Gazoos left in me before this video is over. Can we get like a Gazoo counter going over here? Also, someone out there in the interweb, send me a smash cut of every time I say Gazoo, and then go through all my old videos and send me a smash cut of every time I say fart, because I like that. Also, all this work will be unpaid, just so you know. Anyways, back on topic. What if the Great Gazoo made everything on Earth? He's a super powerful being and he can change matter at the snap of his fingers like a wizard. So maybe in an effort to entertain himself in his exile, he decided to create some intelligent life for his own amusement. This would explain how some of the animals can talk and why cavemen have some weird caveman versions of modern things. He's using Bedrock as his own little toy so he doesn't go insane while he's stuck in the past, or on another planet, or in another universe. It's never really explained. Number 4. The Flintstones are swingers? Oh, it's getting pretty saucy on this one. Maybe the neighbors were a little bit more than just friends. Like maybe they're really good friends, like such good friends like what I already explained in the title of number 4. I mean, the idea of them being swingers isn't like scary pee your pants scary, it's more like make you uncomfortable and you don't really want to talk about it scary. The evidence that I've managed to dig up on this theory points to the fact that Fred, Barney, Wilma, and Betty are very close. Almost a little too close. They always seem like they're flirting with each other, the 4 of them are always going on double dates, they walk in and out of each other's houses like everyone has a key. God damn, that's some saucy dirt if it's true. Number 3. The animals and dinosaurs are slaves. The Flintstones and everyone else in the town of Bedrock don't have access to modern technology, so they use animals and other creatures to fill the void. But this isn't just like using a horse. These animals talk, they're self-aware, so it's only a matter of time before they all group together and try to kill everyone and take out their cavemen overlords, or like form a union or something. You can't just enslave a bunch of intelligent creatures because you don't want to work. You need to hire them as interns and tell them about how this is a good opportunity and they're getting so much out of it. It's the capitalistic way. Well, if this uprising does happen, you can bet that all the humans will be the ones moving rocks and washing dishes. I doubt a bunch of cave people will be able to fend off an attack from raptors who know how to spell papaya. Those dinosaurs would burn through them faster than drunk me eating a large McDonald's fry. Number 2. Fred's dead. What if the show is all just Fred stuck in purgatory? Nobody knows what happens after you die. Some say you go to heaven, others say it's just a black void. I think you get to eat a bunch of cheese without getting fat, and there's always a new episode of Cold Case Files, just for the rest of time. Well, what if you get sent back in time and you have to live in some sort of old version of Earth forever? Some people believe the show is actually set in a world that's between life and death. That's why Fred is able to take such an insane amount of damage and always seem to be fine, because you can't die because you're already dead. It could be true, I guess, I don't know. Number 1. Fred is Bam Bam's father. Oh my god, I love this one. People cheating behind closed doors, secret kids, all the lies. This one is hot tea, guys. If I was going to get my own talk show one day, my only goal would be to make Maury and Jerry Springer proud. We're about to get deep in, so buckle up. So what people think might have happened is Fred had an affair. Him and Barney would often go to watch showgirls live. After one show, Fred fell victim to his urges and slept with one of the showgirls who got pregnant. Birth control sucked back then. He told his only friend Barney, who was having trouble getting Betty pregnant. The two of them set up a fake adoption so Barney could have the kid and Fred could stay close to his bastard son. All without telling either of their wives, so no one really knows the truth except for the two of them. I mean, the tea doesn't get much hotter than that. Well everyone, that's our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also, make sure you follow Most Amazing Top 10 on Instagram and Facebook. There's so much more content over there for you guys to check out. Until next time, I've been JETSONS, and I'm going to find more ways to ruin your childhood memories. Bye.